Hi, I'm Morgan. This is Stone, and we just suckered Jimmy Diresta into taking to Onefinity.
I'm Jimmy Diresta. I make stuff on YouTube, and sometimes I use digital fabrication. And from now on, I'll be using my Onefinity.
So we're super excited to get Jimmy on board here because I've been a big fan of Jimmy's for a long time. He's the first person I started learning from when I got into woodworking, and the whole community, the maker community, calls him the godfather. So it's just real exciting to be working with Jimmy and have him using our machines.
We got Jimmy set up with our new Onefinity CNC Elite Gen 2 with the redline controller, upgraded motors, hardware, all the bells and whistles so that people like Jimmy can make without limitations.
We opened the machine, and the first thing I could tell right away is how hardy and strong the steel tubes are. And the machine itself, once everything is put together and bolted together, this thing is heavy, sturdy, and it's not going anywhere. And another thing I really loved is how easily all the connections went together. All the plugs snapped together. There was no twisting of wires. There's no heat shrink. It's already prepared, already done. It would have been a much quicker, easier setup if I didn't have 10 visitors today, but we got it together and we did some test cuts. First thing I always do when I have a new machine is I use my logo. I cut my logo. It's just sort of it's almost like a superstitious thing. Anytime I have something new, I got to cut my logo. So we opened up, we cut the logo. Here it is. And this is just a random piece of plywood. Obviously everything worked great. And then I started getting some ideas. I wanted to try and see how we could zero a V-bit, which I learned. And this is a saying I often say, you go to school in the first one. So in line with that, one of the most important things when you have a new machine is just do test cuts. Just keep doing test cuts. Keep challenging yourself, asking, okay, if these guys leave, where am I going to be in the dark? Obviously, there's always support, but it's easy for me to get started if I answer all the hard questions before they go. Now I have a new machine in my shop. Every day I'll come in, I'll be seeing this machine. It's going to force me to come up with ideas and seeing this user interface, which is really high-tech and sexy. This is going to force me to want to use the machine. It has an attractiveness that will pull me in. I know how I work. When I have a new piece of equipment, my brain starts thinking, how can I use it? What are the ideas I could execute on this machine? And because it's such a handsome machine, that's just going to help in the thought process. So there's so many CNCs to choose from. The reason we are here today is because these guys and I hang out all the time at all these shows for the last 5-7 years, and we never talk business. But they're such easygoing guys, and everybody that I know has one of these machines has nothing but nice things to say about the machine itself, but more importantly, the company. And so this last Maker Camp, we started talking, and here we are, and I'm happy we made that decision. Seriously, it's really about the personal relationships, and of course, a quality machine leading the charge here. But personal relationships in this business is really important, and going to shows and hanging out at Maker Camp or going to England to Maker Central, these things, they develop into relationships that last.
We just wanted to say thanks to Jimmy for having us here in his shop.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Personally, I thank you, Jimmy, for being such a good host and letting us come out. This is your shop, your space, and we came up, traveled here, and Jimmy's just been a great host, and we're excited to be working with you.
Just letting us come help you set it up and teach you a few things about it. We really appreciate you, man.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to playing with this Elite Gen 2. I had to read that so I got my words right. And this is the, what size is this called?
This is the Foreman.
Foreman, and that's 49 by 49?
49 and a half.
49 and a half. And that actual half actually does come in to play sometimes, even though you might not think so.